Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is my fourth video about the computer system validation, means the CSV. In my previous video, I have already discussed about the categorization of the software, about the GAM5 guideline, about the risk-based approach for the software validation. In this video, I will discuss one methodology that you can apply during the software system validation or during the software development. That is the waterfall methodology. There are lots of methodology you can apply during the software validation or software development, and one is the most important and the primary methodology is the waterfall methodology. Waterfall project management is a traditional model for developing engineering system and is originally based on the manufacturing and construction industries project. If you are handling in IT sector project management and in pharmaceutical sectors IT management, then you can apply the waterfall methodology. When applied to software development, specialized tasks completed in one phase need to be reviewed and verified before moving the next phase. Waterfall model methodology, which is also known as linear sequential life cycle model. Now I am describing you 5 common stages in the waterfall process. The waterfall methodology follows a chronological process and work based on fixed dates, requirements and the outcomes. With this method, the individual execution team are not required to be in constant communication and unless specific interaction are required. Team members also tend to work independently and are not expected to provide status report as often as with the agile approach. Usually one phase does not begin until the previous one is finished. Now I am describing the waterfall method step by step. Using a software development project as an example, the waterfall process usually includes stage that looks like this structure. First is the requirement. The waterfall methodology depends on the belief that all project requirements can be gathered, understood and the upfront. The project manager does not their best to get a detailed understanding of the project sponsor management. Written requirements usually contained in a single document are used to describe each state of the project, including the cost, assumption, risks, dependency, success matrix and the timelines for the completion. And the second stage of the waterfall methodology is the design. Here, software developer design a technical solution to the problem set out by the product requirement, including scenarios, layout and the data model. First, a higher level of logic design is created that describe the purpose and the scope of the project. The general traffic flow of each component and the integration point are noted. Once this is completed, the transform into the physical design using specific hardware and the software technologies. Next stage is the implementation. Once design is completed, then technical implementation start. This might be short phase of waterfall process because though research and the design have already been done, in this phase, programmers code application based on the project requirements and the specification, with some testing and the implementation taking place as well. If significant changes are required during this stage, this may mean going to back of the design phase. Next step is the verification or the testing. Before a product can be released to customer, testing needs to be done to ensure the product has no error and all the requirements has been completed, ensuring good experience with the software. The testing team which turn to design documents, persons and the user case scenarios supplied by the product manager their test case. Last one is the development and the maintenance. Once the software has been deployed in the market or released to customer, the maintenance phase begins. Its defects are found and change requests come from the user. A team will be assigned to take care of updates and the release new version of the software. Now I think you understand the whole waterfall method step by step. Now I am telling you what are the advantages of the waterfall model. there are lots of advantage and the lots of disadvantage also. First, I am describing you advantage of the waterfall model. It is one the earliest model to manage because of its nature. Each phase has the specific creation and a review process. It works well for smaller size project where requirements are easily understandable. Faster delivery of the project. Process and the request are well documented. Easily adaptable method for struggling the team. This project management methodology is beneficial to manage the dependency. Straightforward planning and the design due to the agreement on deliverable at the start of the project. Better design while whole system approach. Define scope of the work. Easier costing. Clear measurement of the project. Define team roles. Dedicated resources can work in the parallel of their specific tasks. These are the advantages of the waterfall model. Now I am telling you about the disadvantage of the waterfall model. You can tell also the limitation of the waterfall model. It is not an ideal model for a long size project where the result is too far in the future. If requirement is not clear at the beginning, it is less effective method. Very difficult to move back to make changes in the previous phases. The testing process starts once development is over, hence it has high chances to bugs to be found later in the development where they are expensive to fix. Rigid structure to allow necessary changes. A limited customer engagement resulting in the poor satisfaction. Testing is done only at the later phase of the project. So there are lots of drawbacks of the waterfall model. So current methodology is the agile model. In my next video, I will describe about the agile methodology. Agile methodology is the successful method for the software validation or software implementation. So I think you understand about the waterfall methodology and what are the advantage and what are the disadvantage. Means you have a very small project, then you can apply the waterfall methodology. But you have a big project, your scope is clear but the whole project is not clear. So that time you have to implement the agile methodology. In my next video, I will describe about the agile methodology. Agile methodology is the very interesting and the very customized methodology. So to watch my next video, please subscribe my channel with hit the bell icon. Thank you.